What's up, YouTube? This is Texas Backyard Gardener, and I figured I'd give you a rundown. So over the weekend, we had a very bad storm. Very bad. It rained. You can see the mud puddles, the rain puddles, and it's been raining like crazy. And my fence, a section blew down. So when it dries up, I'm gonna have to get it replaced. But I want to take you out here to the garden real quick, kind of give you an update. Hopefully it's not, well, it is muddy, but hopefully I don't step in a puddle. It is crazy. So I want to show you how horrible this is going. So there's the zucchini. Of course, it doesn't look like the front yard. And I know this is zucchini, but and the front yard is yellow squash, so I'm not sure if it's different. But there's the carrots. And the carrots over there. Let's come over to the second bed, which is the pepper bed. And actually there is some new growth popping up out of these little corners here. So I don't know, maybe I'm just very, very impatient, or maybe it's just taken a really long time for the peppers to grow. But there's the pepper bed. Kind of looks like it did when I first planted it, and I'll take you through here so you can see. I've got a couple of peppers growing. Not like massive peppers either. Okay, here's the tomato bed. Tomato bed still looks very, very shameful. They're growing a little taller, but they're not, the foliage isn't where I want it to be. I can't remember. There's a tomato there. That's the Sasha. Or, no, that's the Seuss tomato. And there is the, which one is that? That's the Sasha. That's the Sasha tomato. And, ooh, I think there's some mosquitoes out here. Probably since it started raining. This one right here is starting to put out some buds. There's some flowers. This thing has just gotten tall and lanky. Let's come over here to the 4x4. Remember I planted the 3 yellow squash here. Sorry for the wind. But I planted the 3 yellow squash here, and sorry, it's really, really windy. And I put up the bamboo stakes, and the birds haven't came by and ate it up. And then of course the beans look very, very sad. And then I've got some carrots popping up through there. I decided to plant carrots. But there's the new yellow squash that's coming in. Haven't had any issues. I do have some new growth on these peppers. It's just, I mean, this one just looks like a palm tree. There's some new growth coming in, and I think it's all this rainwater we've been having the past week. So I'm not really sure. A little cayenne pepper growing right there. There's another little cayenne pepper growing back there. And another little cayenne pepper growing back there. That's about it. It is really windy out here, and I'm sorry if you can't hear me. But, this one was stagnant, and now it's starting to put out new growth. So I don't know. Maybe I just need to be patient. Maybe I need to water more. This one, this one only had 2 leaves left, and now it's popping out more in between. Same with this one. This is popping out more. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not watering enough. Maybe that's what it is. So I don't know. But the tomatoes, it just ain't going. Maybe the soil is too alkaline, and I believe tomatoes need a little more acidic soil. So yeah, that's the update. Not really where I want it, but maybe this year will give me a chance to amend the soil a little bit better and allow the composted material to break down even more. But yeah, if you got any tips or suggestions or anything like that, I'm well open for that. One more thing I want to note is the new growth coming in is really, really green. So, I don't know. We'll kind of go from there. I'll continue doing the Dr. Earth 333 tomorrow. I'll hit all these tomorrow with the good dose, and we'll just kind of take it from there. And hopefully next week it'll be something a little different. Maybe not. Who knows? So anyway, comment, rate, like, subscribe. Until next time, peace.